Hi, everyone. It is 12:05, just as promised. I'm going to try to, make this as short and brief as possible, but still explaining some stuff. I want to give everyone a second or two to trickle in. I know there's other people doing lives too at the moment, but I just want to, say hi to everyone. I love the oh so amazing Vaboop is also in the house. That would be Vanessa from the Gray Zone. Um, So it is definitely one of those things that's very amazing. Um, there's my sister. There is my love. Um, yes, I do want to give people a heads up in case you read the description. Um, welcome and be prepared. Trigger warning. This may be triggering to some viewers as we're going to go into a deep discussion. Okay, so if you need to step away or anything along those lines, I do understand. Um, Kelly, nice to see you. I thought I did say there's Peggy. There is uh obviously the Marilyn, the mom. And then we have see Sandy's in the house. Hi, Sandy. Um it's it's one of those things, it's kind of been brought to life or to the situation that some people may not have an understanding of what we go through. Now by we, I'm going to say a broad generality, and that's okay, because I mean as a gay person, what we go through. For me, once I knew who I was, and I started, telling myself and telling my family, and I was so excited to tell them because this was me and they were going to take it. That comes with its own set of fears, because yes, your family can suddenly walk away. Um, and it's those situations where, okay, whatever. But let me tell you what happens behind those scenes. Behind those scenes, once, whether you lose your family or not, then if you lose your family, then you're just all by yourself and it's just you. Well, that's how it was in the Sea Org for me. So I've always been able to rely on my peers, but not rely on a lot of other people. Um, there is a hard discussion at the point where once I got out and I was out and proud and I was loud and I had my short haircut, ignore the fluff and the curls, everybody. We were setting up Halloween decorations and I got sweaty and I needed to make sure I smelled nice for you guys. Hey pup groomer, thank you so very much for showing up. Um But it's one of those situations. So I would go to, let's say a friend of mine was having a birthday party at just a standard bar. I'll give you an example of one. One of my friends had just broken up with her boyfriend and she wanted to go sing some karaoke and have a couple drinks. Sure, no problem. I'll be the DD. I'll just have a couple shots. No big deal, And then get there and I realize, oh, this place doesn't feel very friendly towards my kind. Um, it's not that easy, so you go in and you're looking over your shoulder because you just want to make sure that you're safe. You're facing everybody, your back's to a wall or your back's to another chair. Like you put things in place so that way you don't have any problems or nothing arises around you. Well, the reason that we have to do that is because there's been situations where I've gone to those bars with friends, nothing sexual. Even if it was, a date, I was going to a location that had karaoke or maybe had, an open bar or an open mic or whatever it may have been. And I can tell you that I would be having a conversation with my friend. Everything would be going so well. And all of a sudden, I'd feel the worst pain shoved into the back of my ribs. Like it would be excruciating, and it happened regularly. And then I would have the person punch me in the back of the head. I would have the person, as soon as I fell to the ground, they would keep kicking me and then nobody would come. So then I had to learn how to maneuver my body. I had to put my body in place so that I would get the least amount of damage possible. Sometimes it was more than one person. Sometimes it was 2, 3. I've had 4 guys decide that they want to just annihilate me. And so all of a sudden you're learning how to jab and move and take punches, and okay, you can't let him hit you here because that'll debilitate you. Move your body like this. You take the brunt there. But that happened to me on a regular basis. Anytime I went out, I could go to a coffee shop and I was treated poorly because I was somehow a pedophile. I've never touched anybody in my life. I've never been inappropriate with a child. Children scare the crap out of me, to be completely honest, because I didn't have one. And so when they get to play, it's like, let's just play all day. But in those situations, we're called pedophiles. I've been looked square in the face and told, I'm a pedophile. What are you doing in the woman's room? I've been shoved out of a woman's bathroom because I refuse to raise my hands to anyone unless I'm defending myself. I've been in that situation where I've had a group of women shoving me out of the women's bathroom because I don't belong there. So when people ask for a little bit of care and compassion, or people tell me, how do you have this amount of love in your heart? Because I wasn't given it. And most of the time I wasn't shown it. Okay. But I could give it to other people because I would tell myself, no matter how evil they were, it's just they don't understand. Okay. Well, how many times can you justify that as you're sitting there? You know, I've had situations where, yes, some of my teeth are implants, because unfortunately, I've had a lot of people think that it's okay to use me as a punching bag because it wasn't just my mom in my past. It wasn't just Stan. It wasn't just anybody along those lines. It's people who see me for something other than love is love. It's people that sit there and they look at me and they look at my wife and they go, you know what? If they die, it'd be okay. And they post about it. And for me, what has to happen is I'll give you a situation where, you know, I went out to, an actual straight bar, um, and a friend of mine, not gay, not that it matters because it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if I'm gay, straight, purple, pink, or anything. But a friend of mine really wanted to just go out and shoot some pool. So I was like, okay, not a big deal. And so we go out, we're having a good time. I wasn't even drinking. I was drinking iced tea. Why? Because it was actually really early in the day. And I had a problem doing shots at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, Especially if it's not on a weekend, if I gotta wake up to it, no. Um, but we were having a good time. We were playing pool, and, I love pool because it's all about geometry, and I'm a math person, so give me the math. Oh, boop. Vanessa, if you haven't subscribed to the Gray Zone, please hit up the Gray Zone. But you'll never be alone like that as long as I'm around, or Carrie, or any of us all again. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. I really do. Um, but in the interim, it's also like, um, we're playing pool. She decides she wants to have a couple drinks. I'm like, cool. We rode here together. It's fine. I'll drive your car back. It's fine. And if you need to, you can crash on my couch. Like, we've got this. But just remember tomorrow's, because at this point, the next day was Saturday, and I was supposed to get I have a serenity prayer all down my back, and I was supposed to get my serenity prayer finished. Um, so I had no intentions of drinking, nor did I want to sip or anything. So we're having a great time. We're playing pool. I suddenly had to go to the bathroom really bad. So I went into the bathroom and I was waiting there. It looked like there was a line. I was like, hey, are any of the stalls free? That's all I said to the woman. Are any of the stalls free? Because she was waiting there. And She said, "Yeah, that one's open." Okay, that's all I'm thinking. That was a decent conversation in the bathroom to have. Um, the main problem is when I got out of the bathroom, I washed my hands, everything's good. I'm sitting there drying the rest on my pants because let's be realistic, people, they never have good paper towels in public restrooms. Like they never have the good enough soap that you're clean, but the paper towels, yeah, you're still walking out with wet hands. So I walked out and this guy pushes me into the bathroom door. He then tells me that how dare I hit on his girlfriend? My kind doesn't belong here. And then security comes and pushes him away and tells him not to do it, gives him a warning. And I'm just like, who was your girlfriend? Like, I have no idea. Didn't even know it was the girl that I'd asked if there was a stall open. Well, then I go back. The guy's on the other side. I go back to my friend. We continue playing pool. And all of a sudden, he says, "How dare you try to hit on my girlfriend again?" And this time, he punched me in the back of the head. I've had those situations where women make up excuses or say that I did something that I didn't do. Have I hit on women? Yes. But if they tell me they're uncomfortable or if they even make a gesture or face like, "Oh, that's gross," I'm the first one that's gone. But let me tell you, my life wasn't easy. That happened to me on a regular basis to the point where, you know, I was so scared of it happening. My ex, one of my exes told her friends that I was physically and emotionally abusive to her. So then every time I went to the gay bar, I was then told, "How dare you abuse her?" And I would be on in fights again. Her and I never got into a physical altercation. We had one screaming match, and that was at the end. Like there was never any issues. And then come to find out she did all of that because she was sleeping with someone else and didn't want to be caught. So for me, I look how I look. I dress how I dress. But I need people to understand that I'm human. I bleed blue. I've been treated so poorly that sometimes, you know what, people, when you're in a fight for your life because someone doesn't like your orientation or how you look, it happens so often that you begin to think that, you know what, maybe this is how it's going to be the rest of my life. Still like my childhood. Like I can't even be me because I'm still getting it from all different angles. But here's the difference. Even though I'm still going to go out one day and that's still going to happen because until society changes, it's going to happen. It's a part of life. People don't understand, but the difference is if you can reach out to one person to help them understand that no matter if you're black, white, purple, green, gay, if you're trans, if you're trans, if you're bi, if I'm probably going to go through all of the lists of all the colors, but we're still human. A flag is to represent some of the stuff that we went through. The march is to represent what when everybody sees the pride parade and some people think that it's just not okay, guess what? That is to represent all the people that had died in New York because, you know, Poe, I love you, but some of your people were not very nice. So the police raid the hotel and kill a whole bunch of people. And it was supposed to be okay. It was supposed to be normal. Well, we started marching because of that. Now you continue on. You have Matthew Shepard, who was a beautiful man, beautiful ideas. You turn around and he's hung against a tree. People make comments that, you know, we can be shuttled somewhere else. We can go do this. We can go be here away from them. Why are you doing this? Do I believe that it should be taught in preschool? No, we're not going to make this political. This is about the fact that this is my life. And I've been beaten, and it will still happen. Whether I have your guys' back or not, it's still going to happen because that is just how some people are. But as long as we're walking in groups and together as a group, together as humane people that all bleed the same color, then that's how it's gonna be. We're not gonna have this disgusting situation, you know? I had a really good conversation with, a friend this morning, and it's well, I've had quite a few conversations this morning, but I had a conversation where, um I'm not very religious, as you all know. I have no say. I just believe that there's a higher power. But this woman told me that God it creates you in his own image. So what you are is what you are. And you're perfect just how you are. Now with those words, guess what? That's true if there's a God. And even if there isn't a God, from the time you're born, this is who you're supposed to be. This isn't a flip of a switch and suddenly you're you're not that person anymore. This is your personality. This is who you are. This is who I am. I tell jokes when I get uncomfortable. I will be there for my friends. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I have really bad vision, but I've got a really good smile. But I've also been beat up, and I've also thought that this is gonna be the time that I die, because you know what? What happens in today's society is still happening. In the '70s, it was known as a car accident or, a mishap with a tire iron. So, like, they had to change their tire and just happened to hit themselves with the tire iron multiple times, you know? But that is what happens to us just being who we are. There are places that accept us, but there are places that don't. There are people that accept us. There's people that don't. Hi, Marilyn, Liz, you're perfect just the way you are. Thank you so much. But again, I've still had it. I've still had that situation where I'm walking to my car and they don't want my car and they don't want to rob me. They want to fight me. And some I've won, some we've both barely walked away. But then at the same time, it's still going to happen to me. It's still going to be a fear that one day Carrie and I are going to be walking around and I'm not going to be able to protect her. It's still a fear. It's a fear that one of these fights, they're going to stab me because I'm gay. So when I hear that people think that it's okay, it's not. It's not okay, and it's not something that we can grow from because guess what? I get in fights all the time. I can name you 200 lesbians that are in my exact same shoes. We need true allies, not people that are going to throw us away like yesterday's garbage, because that is exactly what's being done when people say it's okay to bash any one of us on the LGBTQ plus I think it is now. I'm from an old generation, everybody. There was only a few syllables before, but each person is different. And just because I don't think the way that any of the other people do, doesn't mean that we're not all human. You know, it also falls down to the fact that, you know, no matter where you are on the planet, I'm in California. No matter if you go to any different state, there are rules that gay people don't have, that I don't have. And I'm not going to make this my platform, but I'm going to tell you that it's okay to beat me up because it's happened. And I need people to understand that from a person that grew up in a cult, I come out and I was told that no matter no matter what happens, you're garbage. And then I'm getting beat up for being me. I'm getting in fights on a regular basis. I'm thinking I'm going to, at any moment, just walking down the street, I'm going to die, you know? And then I met true allies. And then I started to feel safe in my own skin because I wasn't worried about it happening everywhere we went. Am I still paranoid? Yes, I'm still gonna be hypervigilant and I'm gonna be able to look at a door and be able to see anybody that's coming towards me and have my back to something that keeps me safe. Because how bad is it that when you get into a fight the day before a tattoo, you need the serenity prayer so bad to be finished that even though you have broken ribs, you get that tattoo finished because I needed to stay sober. I needed to stay clean. And so I'm just telling each and every one of you that it's how we live. We're not just cult survivors. We're not just white. We're not just tan hair, long hair, brunette, purple hair and red and whatever it is, green eyes, blue eyes. We're not any of those things. We are still all human, each and every one of us. Okay, Mahia, or Magia. I think it's Mahia, or Maya. Malia? Ma Sorry, I'm having a day, everybody. If just more people could be more like you. I don't know. I'm kind of a dork. There'd be a lot of dorks in the world. You know, I play video games. I collect Pokemon. And they make me happy. I I drink my sugar-free rock stars, and I drink my Kelly. You may love this. This is Taylor's breakfast tea in here. It's my favorite. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight for Denver because my buddy needs support. And yes, dorks are great people too, but I just need everyone to remember that we are all human. Um, and if you do have questions, please just let me know. But it happened regularly to me to the point where it wasn't just one, wasn't just two, wasn't just three. We're counting fingers. We're counting toes, and then we're going back to fingers. When you've been in so many fights, you feel like Evander Holyfield. The difference is the fights I didn't get scars from. I just got learned how to take different fights and get concussions. But I want to let everybody know that no matter if you're black, white, purple, green, orange, I don't care. If you need me, I will be there. Because realistically, we all bleed the same color. I don't care religion. I don't care any of those matters. But just remember, we're human. And you say something that makes us less than human, well, guess what? That's hard to suck up because we're already doing our best. And I know with me personally, you guys have to remember I'm from a cult. And in that cult, it's like people ask me, why do I want to confront Celebrity Center? Okay. Any of you guys that want to know? Um, because I know there's other gay people that are in there. I know there's other straight people. I know there's other black, white, purple, green, orange. I don't care. There's people stuck in there. Um, Thank you, Marilyn. Um, but then turn around and don't make us not be on a team. Don't allow that because when we're not on a team, we get divided. And getting divided isn't the way for us to succeed. And each and every single one of us counts. Okay. Pup groomer, your opinions count. Marilyn, Chaz, Kenneth. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you earlier. I'm trying to Creepy 5. I also have you know, a special needs child in my life. And you know what? I would fight tooth and nail if anyone ever said anything to that child about their orientation or their intelligence or anything, just as I would for any other child or any other person. But I need people to remember that we're human. I say that all the time in the comments, everybody. Please be nice to each other in the comments. Because remember, we're all human. We all bleed the same color. Some of us just happen to grow up in a cult. Some of us grew up in other cults. Some of us realized that they were gay. So it's a double whammy because our original cult was saying how much garbage we are. And then we get out and then we're treated like garbage from people that are just like us. They have blonde hair, they have blue eyes, they tan. It doesn't matter. We're just evil. we're getting people jumped. People are dying on a regular basis. And I'm not trying to make this my platform, but I need people to understand that I'm funny, I'm humorous, but I'm gay. And because of that, I don't accept anyone being a bigot. I'm human. So are they. But you know what? Once you start taking away someone else's humanity, then I can't stand for that, guys. I can't, because I've been through too much in this life to not believe that there are people that are better than people that are like me. I have my beautiful love. I have Vanessa. I have each and every one of you. We all have someone, and I will have each and every one of your back, just as I know certain people have become my family here. And it's just a situation. Hey, Jen, nice to see you. If I missed anyone's name, I'm truly sorry. I'm gonna take the hat off, guys. It's hot here, and we're working on the AC again, so it's a little stuffy. Um, but I need people to remember it's about the journey. It's not about who's doing the journey. It's it's not a sexual orientation thing. It's a humanity thing. Everyone needs a little help sometimes. And maybe next time, if you're a mom, if you're a grandma and this is touching you, maybe next time offer someone a hug, because I can guarantee you most people in the gay community, if a mom or a dad or a brother or a sister or any type of figure like that walked up and said, "Can I give you a hug?" Every single one of them would take it. Every single one. And you know what? That person's probably going to cry because they haven't had that in years, but they're just trying to be them. They're trying to be their true authentic self. And from their true authentic self, they're getting jumped. They're getting beaten up, and they're left on the ground bleeding like nothing happened. So please remember, everybody, I make jokes about things that I've gone through. Oh no, Nora and I both, when we get super overwhelmed, it's a way that we deal with our pain. It's a way that we can make a little light of it. And Sandy, hi. I enjoyed that conversation we had the other day, just so you know. Love it. Um, that certain person that was there was also amazing. Thank you so much for the mom hugs. Yeah, I don't get them very often. When my mom and I do them, it's kind of that awkward, like, do you pat? Like, I don't know what to do. But I do want everybody to know I was planning a short and sweet one. I want to hit up some of these questions. I know Vanessa will be doing a live at 1 p.m. On the Gray Zone, Cult Recovery and Boundaries. Oh, perfect. Have you? And I hope that you all can join. I'll be there. I may need a little bit of time to recover, um, but please remember that we are human. We're human beings that have survived atrocious things and survived fear of dying on a regular basis. This isn't a joke. It still happens to us. I can name a lot of people this happens to. I could probably shoot an arrow at a city and it's happened in that city. So please remember we're human, and that it is who we are, and we're born this way. It's not, you know, we decided to flip off that light switch. No, we're born this way. Whether you like male and male, whether you like female and male, whether you like it's they, them, or there's another one, but I'm blanking on it right now. Um, but at the same time, you just have to remember we are human. And so before I get too lost in this moment, let's hit up some of those starred questions. So I'll grab the first one. Um, yeah. Vicky, bless you for taking the high road more than I could do. And yet there are times that it's hard to take the high road, but the high road is better than no road, because no road doesn't lead to anybody learning anything. Um, Martha Simmons. Hi, Martha. So true, Liz. We're all unique humans. Not everyone is lucky enough to be a New York Yankees fan. Yes, I am a huge New York Yankees fan. Um, all the way. All the way. Okay. Maya, the fact that some are gay, whether they are, it's the kind of person that you are that counts. Absolutely. It's who you are as a person that matters more than anything else in the world. Okay. I I wasn't always a good person. I'll be the first one to say, were there times that I was scared that someone was going to find out I was gay? Yes. And I'll be the first one to tell you I joined in on my family or people talking rhetoric about gay people. I joined in when I heard it from people at the Celebrity Center. I joined in when I heard it from people in Scientology because I was too scared that I was going to be found out. So the only way I thought that I couldn't be found out is if I was joining in. And I'm truly sorry for that. That is one thing that one of the few things that I regret, and I regret not every single action, but I regret quite a few in my past. Okay. I got that one, Boop. Okay. Jazz B, please love your child as your child first. Please don't ever let anyone or any group, or religion or oh, it was spelled wrong. My bad. Dictate otherwise. Absolutely. Because if it's a religion telling you that you shouldn't love your child because of who they are born to be and who they were just being born, I can't tell you how many people in Scientology have been told that their child is suppressive. Like a 2-year-old is suppressive. Oh my goodness. How dare they want food? How dare they want love and attention? You know, a 15-month old, they want to be held. They're hungry. They want you to change their diaper. How dare they do that? Because that makes them out ethics. Okay. Kelly, Liz, here to support you, love. Just read the description. I'm sorry you're ever treated like that. Thank you so much, Kelly. It sucks, but it's something that until society fully changes, that's how it is. I wish I could say that it's different. There are some people that are different, but not everyone is different. Okay. Self-hate motivates the wildest of behavior, I swear. Absolutely. Yeah, because you're not gonna do some of the things that have been done to us unless you've gone through that, unless you've been there on that side, because it just doesn't. Okay. Creepy B5, men exposing themselves. What's wrong with some people? Exactly. Like, you have teachers sleeping with students. You have, no matter the sex, because I've seen it go both ways, where a female teacher is sleeping with a male and then the male is sleeping with the female. And it's like, it's still the same. It's still the same. Okay. Anita on fire. If you can't accept a child that's gay, don't become a parent. Exactly, because that's part of they could be gay, straight, purple, green, black, orange, doesn't matter. They could be special needs. It doesn't matter. If you're ready to be a parent, guess what? That's what it comes with. All the kit and caboodles. Okay. Chaz B, question while in Scientology, did anyone ever defend or take, like, I think you mean stick up for you, or is it completely an isolating experience? It is an isolating experience. You're meant to feel like you're alone. People are going through the exact same thing that you are at the exact same time. Oh, I can't handle my hair, everybody. I'm sorry. Those curls have got to go. Um, but you feel like you're the only one going through it. And if you're the only one going through it, then it's okay. You can take it. And you constantly tell yourself that you can take it until one day, all of a sudden, you can't take it. And death is a better option because you can't feel this hungry all the time. You can't feel this alone all the time. You can't be this exhausted all the time. And you can't have someone screaming at you how horrible or a piece of garbage you are. But yeah, Scientology makes you go through it alone, you know? Um, I made a comment to Tommy Scoville the other day. Love him on, if you guys haven't had a chance to catch up on his channel, if someone can post that for me. It's Tommy at the Lifeboat. Um, but he posted a comment. God dang, I just forgot that train of mind. I wanted everybody to know about it. Um, I'll come back to it, I hope. Yeah, boundaries, nice. A lot of people are talking about boundaries. Yes, because we have to set up good boundaries so that way people can understand things are not acceptable at all. Certain, you know, if it is your one belief in life, that's your one belief. But being realistic, we're fighting something bigger. And that bigger thing is ending a cult. But we're doing it with humanity. Okay. I'm still 100% sober. I'm still clean. I still have the serenity tattoo on my back. And it's gorgeous and I love it. It's one of my favorite tattoos because I have to tell myself to help me be clean sometimes. Okay. Sorry, I hit that one. Oh, helicopter. $5 sending you love, or £5, I should say. I'm sending you love. You're a strong role model out here. Thank you for speaking these issues. I stand with you. I appreciate it because this is my life. This is what I've gone through. This is what I've experienced. It is my life. Okay. Martha Simmons, Liz, I'm so happy that you're this beautiful, authentic, sober self. You're truly on the road, the road to real freedom. You're inspiring, Liz. Thank you so very much. Okay. Hey, Kenneth. Sorry you don't like your hair. I think it's fabulous. Well, thank you so much. I have to learn how to straighten it and blow dry it because, I've never been in the girly category, I guess. So I got to figure out how to do that. Poe on the go, Liz. If I could go back and right the wrongs done to you, but you have a huge family now who loves you. And that's what helps me. That's what helps me. Because of what I've been through, I'm able to do a lot of the things that I do because of what I've experienced. I know how to do a lot of things. Unfortunately, fighting is one of them. It's one of the things that I can do absolutely well. And I'm sorry, everybody, but be in enough fights and, it starts to be something that you're good at. Okay. But now I do have a huge family, so I don't have to. That hasn't happened in a long time, but I also avoid places that it could possibly happen to me. Okay, Sandy, as humans, we all still need to learn how to treat people. I have a son with Down syndrome and autism. I can't believe people have such hard hearts sometimes. Absolutely, you know. And I do understand with a special needs child, people are evil. Like they're less than human just because they don't act, dress, walk, or talk the same. Guess what? They're not any less human than that other person. But they want to use bigoted words to hurt that person and tear that person down. And it's unacceptable. Yep, here it is. Here's everybody subscribe to Tommy at the Lifeboat, www.youtube.com at the Lifeboat. Please listen to him. I do on a daily basis. Sometimes that man has a hard time, and sometimes that man feels like he's speaking to my soul. It's a lot better than AA or NA for me. It's really feeling like you have a group behind you. Chaz B. The haircut is fantastic. The haircut is the 1950s greaser haircut. I just have to figure out how to style it. Because I went with that greaser look, you know. And no, I don't mean John Travolta in Grease. I mean the actual greaser look. But that's what I've been doing. Vicky, don't apologize for being able to defend yourself. Absolutely, because some people can't, and I've seen those situations. I've gone to faces and seen a straight man beating up his girlfriend in the middle of the street like it was no big deal, and people continued walking by. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable to walk by, because then you're giving her a feeling like no one's ever gonna be there and this is okay. As a group, we can stand up and say, "That's unacceptable. She is human and so are that unfortunately, so is the abuser, but it's unacceptable." Oh, Sandy, thank you so much for loving the curls. Marilyn, I love you so much, and I will fight for you. Let me at him. That's right. I'm pretty sure Carrie and Vanessa might have you beat on getting to them first, to be honest. Um, so everybody, I think I'm all caught up on comments. Did you miss the squirrel? No, you did not miss the squirrel. Just as a heads up, my air conditioner is on the fritz, and I'm wearing one of the Charlie's SP Angel shirts because I needed something that was very cooling. Once I started sweating, it was not going to be a pretty scene, and I wouldn't have been able to get through more than 10 minutes of talking to you. It would have been like, hey, but all right, everybody, I'm too bloody hot. Love you all. Um, but once it's true October weather, then absolutely, I'll definitely Um, but anyway, thank you so much all for being here. Please remember at 1 o'clock you have live with Vanessa at the Gray Zone. Um, I would show you what all she said before, but let's just say that first part. Okay, because yeah, no cap. I understand, Vaboop. I understand. Because I would do the same for you. So everybody, again, remember to tip your waiter or waitress. Be nice to everyone in the comments. Remember, we are all human. If you can help get me to LA, I'd appreciate it. I need to confront that area and I need people to hear us out there. Those that are gay, those that are straight, those that are pink, purple, everything. We need to get down there and we need to let them know what they're going through inside is unacceptable. And is there going to be rough times on the outside? Yes, but you're free. You're free because I don't know if I could have taken this and that because they push you to want to die. So I wouldn't be here today. So remember, um, I love everyone. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Please share, like, subscribe. I appreciate you all. I'll see you. I'll see whoever heads over there on Vaboop's channel. And other than that, have a great rest of your day.